and welcome back to Joe and Di's Allotment channel. I'm Joe and Di is behind the camera as always. Thank you very much, Di.
You're welcome.
Right, we grow a lot of kale. It's very nutritious and it's an easy crop to grow. We sort of grow successionally, so we've sort of probably got kale available from sort of September all the way through to sort of March, I think. If we grow it successionally, we've sort of got a continuous fresh crop during that period. But we also like to dehydrate some for the period when we haven't got any, sort of from April to sort of July, August. So we dehydrate it into a green powder, which is very useful, very nutritious. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how we dry that today. We sort of grow different varieties of kale. We grow sort of 3 main varieties, although I think there's around 15 different varieties of kale. But we tend to grow the curly kale, the red Russian, and the black magic kale. They're our sort of favourite varieties. So we dry them in a combination and we mix them all together into a powder. So kale belongs to the brassica family, and it's very, very nutritious. It's very good for you. Just 1 cup of kale provides sort of your daily allowance of vitamins K, A and C. It's also full of lots of minerals, antioxidants and other nutrients, so it's very, very, very good for you. So we like to eat a lot of it because it boosts our sort of immune systems and gives you a lot of bang for your sort of into your diet really. Yeah, it's very, very nutritious and it's very low in calories as well, so it's a double bonus really. So what we do is we'll show you how we sort of process from the actual picking of it to the sort of washing and drying of it. So the first thing we'll do is we'll wash the kale after we've sort of picked it. To harvest some kale, we're going to get a whole bag full, because what we do, we'll dehydrate it and dry it into a powder. What we do is normally cut the stems out, which we can use as well for sort of soups, stews, casseroles. We keep the stems, but we'll dry the leaves, make them into a powder which you can add to all sorts of recipes. So yeah, we'll use some fresh, but we'll also dry some as well. And yeah, keep us going through the whole period. So we picked a whole bag full yesterday, which should be just the right amount to actually fill up the dehydrator for us. So what we do is first we'll give it a good thorough wash, just to sort of get all the dirt off it. Get the dirt off it and remove any sort of insects that are in there as well. Give it a good thorough wash each leaf. So this is the black magic one, which is a nice sort of dark variety. Curly kale. I think, where's the red Russian? Somewhere here. We've got some red Russian as well. So yeah, 3 main varieties we grow. So as I said, first step is to give it a good wash. So next step after giving it a nice thorough wash is we put it into a salad spinner just to remove as much water as possible, which helps the drying process. So it does take out quite a lot of water. Yeah, after we've spun them, we take the stems out, because we found that they take just too long to dry really. They never thoroughly dry. But anyone who's been watching our channel knows basically we don't like to waste anything, so rather than throw these away or put them in the compost, what we do is we keep these, we chop them up into a small bits, put them in a freezer bag, and we use those when we're making soups or stews or casseroles, or you can even make them into a vegetable stock. So they won't go to waste because they actually contain quite a lot of nutrients in the stem of a kale plant, the stem of a kale leaf, yeah. So try and get as close as possible to the stem. We have tried dehydrating before, but they take forever to dry, I think. Yeah, so you can put them very close together actually, because they dehydrate into very quickly, and you have to be careful actually. If you open it when the fan's still going, it just blow everywhere. So it's best to wait for the fan to stop completely before you open the door. But you can put them quite close together because they soon shrivel up into nothing really. So that's one tray done. So we just keep going now till we've got all 9 trays done, and then we'll move on to the next step. That's one in. So last tray going in. So that was 1 kilogram of Kale to start with, and we've got a few bits left in all the stems. We let those dry thoroughly before we put those in a freezer bag and freeze them. So they'll be useful as well. Yeah, we'll keep those and dry them. Dry them a little bit and then freeze them. So that's 9 kilograms. That's 1 kilogram of Kale that's gone into there. So that goes on about 125 for 4 hours. As I said previously, if you haven't got a dehydrator, you can use a oven to do it, but you'd have to put it on the lowest setting because it's about 50 degrees Celsius, so you'd have to leave the door slightly ajar to sort of achieve the same sort of temperature. So yeah, so that's all ready to go. So as I said earlier, you've got to make sure we don't open the shutter while it's running. Wait for it to completely stop and the fans to go off before we open the door, otherwise it just all blows out the door basically. So yeah, that's ready to go on. So we put that on and we'll come back in about 4 hours and have a look at the results. So this has been drying now for 4 hours. So I'll put this underneath just in case it all falls out basically. So yeah, you can see, very, very crumbly. You can basically crumble it with your hands now, it's so crumbly. Just crumbles into a lovely powder. You can blend it as well if you want it to fine powder, but we sort of like it like this really, just loosely crumbled, and it's very, very good. I mean, I think 1 cup of Kale, when it's dehydrated like this, one tablespoon is equivalent to 1 cup of Kale. So yeah, very, very good. So we started off with 1 kilogram of Kale. We cut the stems out, which weighed 300, so we ended up with 700 grams of Kale that we dehydrated, and that's taken off the weight of the jar. We're down to 100 grams of green powder. So yeah, good way of storing because it doesn't take up much room. And I think I had a quick sort of look on Amazon. I think 200 grams of powder would cost you about £7. So yeah, it's a good way of storing. You can also freeze Kale. I mean, that's another alternative. It's quite bulky though, it does take up a lot of room, but it freezes really well and keeps for 6 months. So yeah, but we prefer this method. It doesn't take up any room at all, hardly. We'll probably dry some more. Another one will probably fill that jar up completely. As I was saying, 1 tablespoon is equivalent to a cup, so yeah, it's very, very good, good way of using it. So hope you found that informative. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up if you have. If you'd like to follow other ways we sort of preserve our crops, or how we grow our crops and how we store them, please use the subscribe button at the bottom, and leave us some comments. If you'd like to give us any comments or suggestions, please do so. Thank you for watching.